priest actually came to talk to me. She asked me like, what is this fashion?
I felt really out of place with my pink non-coordination.
I think you shouldn't be too afraid to deviate from the usual Lolita coordination. If you think it fits the event better, they are coming for us. Moi moi! Welcome to the Tea Time Talk with me, Laura and Jousia. And Mokka, of course.
Let's go!
Today's topic is wearing Lolita fashion to different occasions. Of course we do wear it to meetups and conventions, but there are really many other occasions where you can wear it. As Lolita fashion is naturally quite fancy, it fits to birthday parties and other events like that pretty well. Nowadays in Finland, there isn't that strict dress code for parties. I'd say that funerals have the strictest one, but for example, even weddings are getting more relaxed with this. Actually, in Finland, many people wear quite casual clothes to parties like birthdays or Christmas dinners, so it might take some courage to wear Lolita to somewhere more unusual than just conventions or meetups. So most often, if you decide to wear Lolita to some event, you are probably going to be the most festive one, even if it's casual Lolita. But are there some occasions where the fashion is not appropriate? What if you're overdressed and stand out too much from the other people? I would never do that. Is this a problem? This must be a problem, because can you hear it? They are coming for us. Too many bat wings. Okay, finally we can continue. Where was I? Is this a problem? Or are the other people just underdressed and it's their problem? Do you think Lolita fashion can be worn for any occasion?
For every occasion, no. I wouldn't wear Lolita everywhere, but if the people know you really well and don't mind how you dress, then it's totally fine. But you don't want to outshine the person that the party is for. So don't draw too much attention for yourself. But for me, when I had my engagement party and I invited, of course, my Lolita friends, I wasn't wearing Lolita at the engagement party, but I didn't mind them wearing it. They very politely asked me if they can wear Lolita, and I was like, totally fine, because it is just clothes. But I also understand that some people might get a little, I don't know, maybe offended by it if somebody kind of outshines them.
In my opinion, Lolita fashion can be worn to almost every occasion. I think the only occasion where I wouldn't wear Lolita fashion would be if I was specifically asked not to wear Lolita fashion, but at least until this day that has never happened to me, and people always are very open to me wearing Lolita fashion in any kind of occasions. And I feel like people in general are really open to Lolita fashion and eager to see many kind of outfits from you. Nobody has ever told me, no, you can't wear Lolita fashion to this place. I have been to theaters and musicals, plays, to fancy restaurants, also champagne tasting wearing Lolita. In my opinion, those are kind of normal places to wear Lolita, because I usually, if I go to a restaurant or something, I usually try to wear Lolita, because I feel like if you go to a fancy restaurant, you have to dress according to the fanciness of the restaurant. So then I usually want to wear really nice clothes, and since I don't really have any fancy normal clothes, I always wear Lolita fashion.
Somebody might say that wearing Lolita for your grandparents' funeral isn't a very good thing, but I think it's what my grandparents would have liked, and they would have not been happy to see me to change myself for them, so kinda I just wanted to be myself for those parties, even though they are sad occasions, but I still want to feel good about my outfit and feel good about myself and feel like myself at a party and not like acting like somebody else. As long as you're covering your private parts and not wearing anything offensive, then you're good to go to my parties.
Funny thing, I have always thought that if you go to a concert or like a fancy restaurant, that you would dress to your best clothes, like your Sunday clothes, whatever they are called. But I have now been proven wrong multiple times when I have been going out somewhere to a special occasion. People just show up wearing the clothes they wear for going to gym, to fancy restaurants and theaters and those kind of places, and it's really weird in my opinion, but maybe they think that I am highly overdressed. I don't know.
I think Lolita can be worn for any occasion, but of course it depends on the event and the outfit a lot. There are so many kind of coords that surely in theory you can wear the fashion anywhere. It's all about how toned down or over the top the outfit is and what would be appropriate for the occasion. Here I mean events like parties or visiting the theater or an exhibition. I'm not talking about stuff like going swimming, though now that I think of it, there are also swimming wear by actual Lolita brands, so why not? Have you worn Lolita fashion to events other than meetups or conventions? And how would you coord an outfit for an event like this?
It is fun to wear Lolita and J fashions to family gatherings and to see my closest friends. I usually don't wear Lolita for weddings or birthdays if it's not somebody who is in the J fashion community, because I don't want to stand out too much, and it's like you get bored of the questions at some point, and I don't want to get too much attention for myself because there's the host of the party or the person who the party is for, so I don't want to stand out too much. I also have so many other dresses from like Finnish brands and other regular dresses that I want to show off also sometimes, so. But I would definitely recommend wearing Lolita if you feel like it, if it makes you confident, and if you make an outfit that it's more toned down from a regular maybe meetup, because the people who are in the J fashion community, they know about the fashion, but the people who don't know about the fashion, even like a very casual coordinate might look really over the top for them, and for us it's like, oh girl, you're casual. I think toning down the outfits, like wearing it without a blouse or more toned down petticoat, also gives the dress a little bit of lift, but not like the very OTT super bell shape. And I think classic Lolita might be a little bit more acceptable because it's more toned down and the colors and motifs are usually more down to earth than in angelic pretty.
Sometimes if it fits the theme, I might do a really OTT outfit with like maybe cat ears or something so wild. I usually don't tone down my outfits for occasions unless it is a better fit for the occasion. I usually try to look at my outfit from the point of view of people who don't wear Lolita fashion, so I try to avoid anything too flashy. I don't do the most over-the-top hairdos or use the most over-the-top accessories for these kind of parties. And I wear fewer panniers, so I'm not so wide. I have been to a few weddings and the bride has known that I wear Lolita fashion, and has specifically asked me to wear Lolita fashion to the wedding because they think it's really cute, and I think it's really nice that people appreciate the style. Of course, the general wedding dress code rules apply for Lolita fashion also. So white is always a no-no. For like weddings, I try to choose prints that fit wedding themes, or maybe like ribbons, or I once wore this one cat print, which I think was really classy. Cute and romantic themed prints are good for weddings, so I usually try to go for those, and I usually try to avoid white as much as I can, so I go for like pink or blue or mint or pastel colors. I also have attended some funerals wearing Lolita fashion. For funerals, I always go for minimum accessories. I have always worn black outfits. For 2 funerals I attended, I wore this black Ainsley pretty blazer and skirt combo. In my opinion, it was really classy. Kinda had the skirt suit vibe. Other times I have worn black JSK or black OP. Dear God, I have been to a lot of funerals, now that I think about it.
For me, I'd like to wear Lolita fashion as often as possible, but I really want to also consider if I want to be more comfy or if I'm up for being more center of attention than with normal clothes. And usually I don't enjoy that so much, but I think it's still nice to wear the fashion, so I will take that if that happens. For example, I went to see The Little Mermaid musical, but I wasn't feeling like I want to have all the kids there taking photos with me or people asking if I'm part of the cast or something. So I just went with a very casual outfit. But sometimes I could go all out with the theme, like I did with the Frozen on Ice show and when I went to see Frozen 2. Other occasions where I have worn Lolita are several Harry Potter themed places, like Harry Potter and the Cursed Child Theatre and Universal Studios, as well as Warner Brothers Studio Tour in London and a local library Harry Potter book night. There has been weddings, Christmas parties and several birthday parties where I have took advantage of my wardrobe. It's really best when parties have themes like space or Star Wars or 80s vibes. Those are also really interesting challenges where you can try how well you can create a coord for the theme. I have also worn Lolita every year to our wedding anniversary. Going to movies or concerts and different exhibitions can be really great opportunities to wear Lolita. What kind of attention or comments have you got? Nothing too special. Similar comments as when I wear Lolita in public anywhere. Quite positive or neutral reactions from people.
It always feels so great when people come up to you and tell your outfit has made their day. They feel really inspired or like happy after seeing you. I think that's really nice, and that's maybe the reason I want to wear Lolita fashion as much as I can, because I want to spread happiness all over the place.
I've been into Japanese street fashion around 15 years and dressing up in Lolita fashion on and off around 12 years. So I'd say my closest family and my closest friends are pretty used to my crazy hobbies, and they don't even blink an eye when I dress up like this for an occasion. I've been wearing Lolita for a couple of family occasions and meeting friends outside of Lolita or J fashion communities, and everybody has been taking it really well. I get lots of compliments and not a lot of strange looks, and people usually ask what is the fashion, and not even the more distant relatives ask bad questions or give me any about it. Pardon my French. Usually I get pretty positive feedback and comments about my outfits. In parties, people know about my weird fashions or weird hobbies, and they normally just ask about it, and it's very common for people to ask if I made the clothes myself, and then I just tell them like, no, I ordered them from Japan or bought second hand, it's a Japanese street fashion, you know the drill. But lately less and less people have been questioning it, I think because it's been at least in Helsinki, Finland, you've seen them in the street, You've seen Lolitas on the streets like for 15 years, and there have been many news articles and documents about Lolita and J fashion in general, so I think the public is getting the information slowly but surely.
Always. People stare at least a bit. Sometimes they even come asking, what is this? In some really extreme occasions. Not happened to me luckily, but I have heard from my friends that when you are in a theater, people come and ask, are you part of the play? I don't know, that's really weird.
I think the funniest thing that happened to me wearing Lolita to a funeral, I had a very toned down outfit and not very bright and colorful, obviously, and the priest actually came to talk to me, and I'm from a very small village, so everybody knows everybody, and I've known this priest and she knew who I was, so she asked me like, what is this fashion you're wearing? I know it's from Japan, and I was just like, yeah, I don't want to say the L word, but it's Lolita fashion. And she was like, yeah, Lolita, that was it. Oh, it's so beautiful. And I was like, well, glad you took it this way and not with the book Lolita, what do you have to do with a child tempest? And I was just sweating like cheaply sweat drops all over myself. I totally wouldn't get offended or upset or anything if somebody wore something really extra J fashion to my wedding or to my birthday party, because I know about the fashion. But people who don't know about it and haven't seen it a lot might think that it's really weird and something attention seeking.
Tell about some of these occasions where you have been wearing Lolita.
I wore this pink outfit for my niece's christening/naming party. I wore a JSK without a blouse, so it would be more of a summery and breezy and normal party looking outfit. I like this outfit a lot, but I remember being really nervous about wearing it since there were a lot of relatives that hadn't seen me wearing Lolita fashion before, but it was only in the beginning, and later at the party I felt really good about it and I felt really confident, and I was really happy that I wore something that was completely me and showed my personality. Oh, and the dress I was wearing here is Angelic Pretty Streaming Macaron JSK, which is absolutely one of my favorite AP prints of all time. Like this latest coord that I wore for meeting my family was actually for my grandfather's funeral. I'm wearing a Angelic Pretty JSK. I'm not really sure about the dress's name, but I think it's very cute and elegant, and it has these crystal details on it. I didn't want to buy a regular solid colored black dress for this occasion because I don't wear a lot of whole black outfits in my everyday looks. And I toned the outfit down with solid colored tights and little to minimum accessories. Actually, this picture has more accessories than I actually wore at the funeral, but the idea is the same. I didn't have any big headpieces, only small little bows by Baby the Starshine Bright. and then some white shoes to give it a little bit of balance with a white blouse.
I attended this gay music festival in another country because I wanted to go to see this Heroes of Might and Magic concert they had there. That's my favorite game series from my childhood. I wanted to take inspiration from that faction, do this non-coordination. Kind of wanted to do an outfit inspired by the game. Planning the outfit was super fun, and I even got some nice comments from the other concert goers. I felt really out of place with my pink non-coordination there. Everyone else was dressed really like normally, excluding few cosplayers, but I think we shared some looks with the cosplayers at the event. They knew and I knew.
Recently I wore a Lolita outfit for the Finnish Game Awards gala that was held remotely, so I got to attend via video connection. The coord was loosely inspired by our game Trine 4 The Nightmare Prince that was nominated the Best Creative Achievement of the Year.
The winner is Trine 4 by Frozen Bite!
There was a bit of a downside of my outfit not being too visible, but it was much less nerve-wracking to have my first gala speech from the safety of my own bedroom.
I have been working on Trine 4 as the art director, and
I'm really happy to receive this award on behalf of the whole team. I wanted to keep the coord simple and elegant, and I went for a more traditional gala look rather than full Lolita. Angelic Pretty's Radiant Candlelight is a very striking and classy dress, so I think it fit the occasion perfectly. The main color is blue like in the logo of the game, and the automatic honey's Creatures of the Moonlight Ring reminds me of the Moonlight Forest level that also has magical mods. This looks like a book that you could find from Mr. Badger's bookshelf. At least in the Finnish game industry, people are quite creative with their outfits in occasions like this, so wearing Lolita wouldn't even stand out so much. Lolita dresses and accessories can be used creatively in non-Lolita outfits as well. I myself love seeing a variety of ideas on how to use these beautiful items in different occasions. I think you shouldn't be too afraid to deviate from the usual Lolita coordination if you think it fits the event better. After being into fashion for approximately 15 years, I have pretty much stopped caring about the rules of Lolita. So if I feel like wearing a jumper skirt without a blouse, I will shamelessly do so. It seems that this outfit was a success, even though it's much more simple than my usual outfits. In fact, this is currently my most liked outfit post on Instagram ever. So thank you so much for all the love and support. I really hope this video will encourage people to wear Lolita more often. Why let these beautiful clothes gather dust in the closet if they can go out and explore the world? If there's an opportunity to wear Lolita, why not take it and enjoy the fashion even more? I do think that it's always good to ask before wearing something really over the top to, for example, somebody's wedding or birthday party, so that you don't take the spotlight out of the person being celebrated. But if it's fine for them, then go for it, all in. But if they are not quite like in the same page, maybe don't wear it. It's better to wear something more casual if you're unsure what they would say. I would really like to know if anyone has any experiences where they have worn Lolita and realized too late that, oh, I'm actually more fancy than the bride of the wedding or something. Let us know in the comments.
I hope you liked this video and I hope you found some inspiration from our comments about wearing Lolita to different occasions.
Do you have any experience wearing Lolita fashion in special occasions?
What do you think about this subject? Do you wear Lolita whenever you get the slightest chance? Or are there some occasions where you think that Lolita fashion isn't the best or isn't appropriate?
If you liked this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe.
and have fun at the parties and family gatherings and every occasion wearing Lolita fashion.
So, see you in the next video. Moi moi!
Moi moi!
Bye bye! One of my absolute favorite. This one is barking when I try to film videos.
If you like dogs, subscribe. If you like tea, make sure to subscribe.
English is hard.
Very good tea.